Hello, my beautiful Scorpios. Welcome back to Queen Cup Tarot. I am just shuffling up right now, getting ready to do your June 2019 tarot readings. For those that are new, welcome. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you for stopping by. I do smoke pot. It's not the nature of this, so feel free to smoke with me. If not, not to worry. But for those that are returning, Scorpio gang already knows the deal, so thank you. And yeah, for those that are returning, this is my 1 year for the channel. It's kind of crazy how much my life has changed in a year, and I wanted to share that with you guys because you're such a big part of it. This channel has really changed my life, so thank you very much. Reading for each and every single one of you is an honor and a privilege, all right? I try to take this as seriously as possible, make sure I only come to you when I'm in a grounded or as grounded as a place I can be. So thank you for positively engaging, supporting to my mom's run, #AngelGang. Thank you so much for showing up and showing out. For those that already ordered frankincense for me, thank you so much. That really had me emotional. I just, I appreciate you guys. It's been a calling, that I've been awakened to, and it would be even more so than reading for you guys, an absolute honor to get frankincense in the homes of as many people as possible. So that's the thank you spiel. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I love you guys. Thank you, Scorpio gang. Seriously. Yeah, anything else I'll put in the comments. In the description. So if you want personal readings or frankincense, I'll leave the information. That's really beautiful energies. Oh, wow. Looks like a lot of Scorpios in a really good energy themselves, which is really good. All right, so I'm going to get into prayer. There's nothing else coming to top. Yeah, and the people that do timestamp the reading, thank you so much for doing that. And thank you for doing it prior to the prayer. All right, so yeah. I'm using the Venetian Tarot by Eugene Beninsky. I just got it. Perfect timing for the June monthlies. It was almost like my higher self didn't want to do them until they arrived. But yeah, this is the Venetian Tarot here. It's made by the same person who makes the Kabbalah Tarot deck that I used. It's really large, this deck, kind of masculine. So I got the mini one, and it's like the perfect size for my hands. So I absolutely love it. It comes with, he makes limited copies. So it comes with a certificate of authenticity. As you can see, I have the number 232. I don't know why I felt it necessary to share that number with people. I'm learning myself more about numerology and all that good stuff. But I know 23 has significance. I have to look into it more, and then I see the High Priestess. That was a message for me. So Spirit saying, absolutely, you need to go and figure out what you need to. Thank you, Spirit. All right, guys. Let's get into prayer, okay? All jokes aside, let's get to the business, all right? Father God, Holy Spirit, and ancestors, guardian angels, thank you for rising me up out of my bed this morning, and thank you for connecting me with the collective every day. Right now in particular, thank you for connecting me with the collective of Scorpio. Please allow me to communicate to them the messages that are in their greatest good, surrounding their material abundance, sustenance, the relationships closest to them, their personal ascension and development, and any other messages you deem worthy at this time. Thank you, Father God, Holy Spirit, ancestors, and guardian angels for everything you do for me, the collective of Scorpio, and everyone else. Your healing energy, your support, your protection. We are nothing without it, and we are nothing without you. Amen. All right. Okay, guys. I've been smudging and shuffling for some time, so I'm pretty much ready to go. Yeah, I'm pretty much ready to go. 3 more shuffles. All right, Scorpio for June 2019, Gemini season. Let's see, Scorpio. Wow. When I saw this card for you guys, your energy really impacted the collective. the full moon energy in your sign. When I first saw this card, it's funny because I always associate this card with your ships coming in. This could also be, if it's in reverse, indicative of no longer having hope or giving up on whatever it is you were waiting for, either due to your own internal decision or realization, or the external one of knowing that these ships aren't actually set to dock where you're at or come into you. But when I saw it for you, I heard the crashing of a ship. Some of you might be going on a cruise. Some of you might be take ferries or have to take a ferry, or for the simple fact that just could be Spirit trying to really get me to hone in on all of the effort and energy surrounded by these ships really docking. So it's funny, the person waiting is like, oh, hurry up and come in. Meanwhile, there's so much elementally happening when these boats are at sea and making their way in. They look so peaceful. They look like they're gliding, right, when they're far. Meanwhile, when you're really close to these ships, you just hear whoosh, and there's waves and the boat's going, and there's a lot. And that's the energy I felt when I saw that. Sorry for the rant, guys. I don't know why that was relevant, but the energy surrounding whatever is coming to you is really mounting up. Definitely don't underestimate that if you're the person waiting, right? Now, if you're the boat or on the boat, you clearly understand that, and you clearly understand because this card is also the card of preparations, right? So I believe with the whole ships coming in, it could be you on the dock waiting for the ship, or you're on the ship ready to dock. So we'll see how this applies to Scorpio. First card out is the Knave of Pentacles. This pentacle definitely could be on this boat docking to Scorpio, or Scorpio could be on this boat with this pentacle on the way to dock and present this. Either way, this is really good energy together. It's clarification that this is actually within the insight, or else why would Spirit, like this person almost knows it. I feel like they're sitting there and they're watching and they're waiting, or they maybe just received it. Once this boat does dock, they finally do receive it. It's like this bird goes to go pick it up and brings this to you. And in this deck here, all of the a lot of the knaves and the pentacles actually have like a message. So Eugene really identifies them as messages, carriers of messages. Second and third card out. Well, this is the second card I saw. So Two of Pentacles. It's funny. Some of my Scorpios are waiting for something. Or maybe you're not waiting. Maybe you have no idea that there is something on the way to you. Okay? When you do receive it, it is going to put you in a position to have to decide. Maybe you automatically start juggling the ideas, the realities, the options of whatever it is that has been presented to you. So I see contemplation due to something in the 3D tangibly that was presented to Scorpio or will be presented to Scorpio. And then the third card out is, wow, this is a very heavy burden, this decision. So whoever, it's almost like whoever's bringing this to you doesn't, maybe they don't know, maybe they do, but this is a burden. Whatever is coming off of this, no matter how much you want it, no matter how, I'm almost getting the impression, Scorpio, the more you want whatever comes to you, the more burdened you're going to be because you have to juggle it with something else. Now with the Two of Pentacles, that could be two people, that could be two places, that could be two things, two realities, two paths, similar to the Two of Wands. But it's like, whoa, that's like, this little message creates a huge level of contemplation for Scorpio. So whatever this is has a lot of weight behind it. It's not as small as maybe is usually presented or has been presented in the past, whatever this is, because I've said this before about the Page of Pentacles. People talk about, oh, the page, that ain't shit. If it has the compounds and the foundations found in the Ten of Pentacles, oh, it's worth something. If it's farce, if it's fake, if it's fugazi, okay, then you're at a loss. But for a lot of my Scorpios, it was fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me, and aren't getting shamed the second time around because they learned the lesson the first time. So whatever is coming, maybe this person knows that and is coming. That's why I'm getting the impression there's no way that this pentacle, if it was fake, could cause this much burden. Now, for some of my Scorpios, this is a total release of a burden. Maybe, some of my Scorpios have been alone and doing it alone forever or for a really long time. And then there comes a humble, honest gesture of building. And you're really, you juggle the idea of either, continuing to do it alone or taking what it is and moving forward. And a lot of my Scorpios may do that and release this burden. But for others, for those that are maybe coupled, if anything from the past comes back, you'll be in this predicament. Especially if it was something you waited for, anticipated, or like I said, this has a lot of weight and gets your attention. For some of my Scorpios, this gets your attention so much that your contemplation of it makes you feel quite burdened. So just be mindful of that. That could be career too. Like if you're in a job and you're fairly content in your position, and I say content because you have to think of why this would have manifested in the first place. It looks like you might be getting another job offer or headhunted. Right? So for a lot of people that aren't applying on the market and are content in their job, get contacted by a new opportunity and then feel really burdened. Why? Because this new opportunity looks really fucking good. Or it's like, it's kind of almost like an opportunity you can't refuse. You have to look at it. And now you feel burdened because you're like, well, fuck, am I going to leave this job where I have a lot of stability or I have enough that, I've built on? Because that is the other Ace of Pentacles that you're building on to get the 10. And now another ace comes your way and you're kind of like, I don't know. I'm feeling burdened by having to drop one to pursue another. Okay. But I'm getting the impression from Scorpio that the reason why it's so heavy is because it's not like this isn't an opportunity that you were looking to get rid of. Now, if this is a relationship, that's even more hard. Because if like you build a connection or you have, a friend that turns to you and says, hey, we've been friends and I know you're with somebody and I'm with somebody, but I want something with you. It's like, whoa, that could be burdensome, right? So just a heavy contemplation in the 3D. This is not cerebral emotional, not that you won't have to use your mind and your emotions to make this decision and pick, but this is happening in the 3D, right? With wands and pentacles coming out right out of the gate. And as your overall energy, like I said, these ships coming in, they have a big load. They look small from far. It's just like I said about the knave, guys. Be careful because this knave looks small from far. But by this time this boat docks, it's massive. Could possibly be the king. Be careful how quick you judge people's ability to earn abundance. A lot of the time we can judge what people have and think it's not enough. Meanwhile, the honest way they built and developed that, it's like, don't be surprised when this person becomes the King of Pentacles just because you doubted their humble beginning. Right? So definitely be careful. And I'm not really worried about that for Scorpio because I don't really see you guys being a very superficial sign. Not that there aren't superficial fucking Scorpios. Come on, guys. But I'm just saying a natural personality trait isn't to be super rooted in superficiality, in my opinion. Now, the fourth card out, more wands. Pentacles, wands. Pentacles and wands. Okay? Sorry, guys. Shit. Whatever comes to you, Scorpio, because the Seven of Wands just came out. Whatever, I'm curious to see what's in the middle of your spread, but whatever comes to you, it's just like, I don't know if it's the timing. I don't know what it is with this Two of Pentacles, but it's like these balls are actually like, the balls you used in shot put? Yeah, don't get it twisted. My skinny little bony ass wasn't always so skinny and bony, okay? And I was super athletic, and yeah, I played shot put. I was bad too because I was the only I wasn't like some giant ass fucker, but I could really whip that thing. Anyways, the metal, it's a ball, it's heavy, it's like a lead ball. Okay, it's like this looks all fun, but I'm getting the impression that Scorpio is juggling these lead balls that are very heavy. It's a heavy fucking, right? Which, yeah. Like I said, I don't feel like this is fugazi. You know, like fake jewelry has a little less weight to it. Not that fake jewelry can't, because you can put other cheap metals in it to make it heavier. But I'm saying in this metaphor, you guys know how I do already and translate messages to you guys, okay? These are like solid gold. And you might already have a solid gold opportunity, but you're really trying to juggle in the air which one's heavier, which one has more weight, which one has the potential, like I said, to get to the 10 of Pentacles. So it definitely could be career. And if it is career, I don't know if Scorpio was even looking, and that might even be burdensome to get some great opportunity, but it's like you already got one. Maybe earlier in the quarter you did. So for example, if you were like looking for work all of 2018 or the last half, and you got a new opportunity at the end of 2018, the beginning of 2019, all the efforts that you put in to get that new opportunity, you still put a bunch of application and energy out in the universe for other opportunities. And it looks like for some of my Scorpios, another one comes through. But you've already started a job, maybe you already took a contract, maybe you already felt like you got the opportunity you were super stoked for, only for, you know, another opportunity, maybe of equal value, but of different variations, or maybe a better one, but it's not good enough for you. It's better, which is why you're juggling it in the first place. But it's not so much better from the opportunity you just got that it makes it an easy decision. It's not. Okay, in the middle of your spread, wow, heavy contemplation, a decision that has to be made under this Two of Pentacles period. A decision is absolutely made about how Scorpio wants to proceed in the 3D, whether in career or romance. And it's a heavy decision, maybe because in romance, Scorpio is in a relationship that is loving and there's a connection, but there's no commitment, or there's no opportunity to grow, and but there's love there, there's a connection, there's already something established there, and then somebody comes through with a willingness to commit and build and grow, however that might have occurred for you in the past, but now it's like, you know, push comes to shove and a decision needs to be made, right? Because Scorpio's realizing that I'm going to have to pick, I'm burdened by the decision of having to pick between two things that I see value in, or two things I care about, or two things that I've been invested in or want to invest in, right? And that's why the decision is so heavy, because like I said, decisions are easy if you're picking between gold and fucking trash. Well, of course you're going to pick the gold, but this is, both are gold. One might be heavier a bit more, or a better quality, or less cut, but it's like, it's so, there's a closeness to it. I don't know. And with the Seven of Wands, the way it's depicted in this deck, it's like moving and pushing forward. It's almost like standing your ground, but taking it to another level, and like aggressively, like, I'm going to come and stand my ground to you, right? I'm going to need clarification about why that Seven of Wands, because it's the only thing. Oh, I get it. So for some of my Scorpios, you've been pushing back, because while you've been in contemplation, or maybe the other job or the other person doesn't know that you have gotten this and have been rocked by now with this heavy contemplation. Some people don't know you're juggling. And I don't see any malicious here. I don't, not yet at least. I'll let you know if I do. This is just, you know, life course path shit. And it's like some of my Scorpios had to push back on one of the options in order to contemplate the other, and even felt burdened by doing that. You know, if that makes any sense. It was like you had to, maybe if it was an employer and you were given an opportunity, you had to push back and ask for more time, or ask for more notice, or ask for time to even make a decision at all, or sign anything back, right? So things are in the air. And Scorpio's a little burdened because it's your decision that's going to bring things to stability. And it looks like you're being pressured about making a decision relatively quickly. And then, yeah, we've got the 7. So it's like, I don't know if you have the time that you need to make the decision you want. It looks like somebody is getting impatient with Scorpio. Could be an employer, could be an person. Somebody's getting impatient with the time that you're taking. Some of my Scorpios are stalling. And if you are stalling, somebody is getting impatient about that. So be very careful, right? Because everybody knows, no matter how talented, the risk is dropping one of these balls. But like I told you before, if these are shot put balls and lead balls, that is a heavy, I don't know, like that's a boom, you know? Yeah. And especially if it's not lead and it's solid fucking gold. All right. Okay. Wow. Heavy contemplation and a decision. For some of you, it is a love and relationship decision. For some of you, it's between 2 opportunities that you love and that you feel really good about and that you see bringing you through the next phase of your life. And it's like, wow. I'm getting this energy for a lot of readings, this heavy contemplation. It's playing out for different signs in different ways, right? But it seems like, but it's like the contemplation because what has transpired in the 3D throughout the month of June, right? I've heard a lot of readers really resonating with July and August as being light and really like sun energy, and which is Leo energy, but just very like light. And it's because like that shit's not magic. It happens through all of the purging and all of the mental clarity and all of the emotional alignment and all of the things that have been presented in your new frequency, and then the contemplation from the new space that you're in that gets you that shit. Okay? If it's real. Because this whole deck is about masks, and I'm like, you know, so it could all be a fucking illusion. It's just, sorry, I'm in a mood. You know, the ascension process is, it's a killer. Anyway, heavy contemplation. Scorpio's trying to stall for time. For Scorpio, for some of you, it's that somebody. For some of you, that resonates. Somebody's stalling time with me. And that's going to trigger you to then go into heavy contemplation mode about whether or not you want to continue to be juggled. Okay? No cups, no water. And I think it's because Scorpio doesn't know how they feel about anything yet. I think between how fast this may have come in, because like I said, this docks and this person looks like they didn't know the boat came and the message was picked up from the boat and delivered to them. So there's that sense of, yeah, your ships are coming in, but sometimes I see this as the person's there and they see this image. But for some of my Scorpios, you might not see this. This is playing out in the background of your life until you get that message or you get this delivered directly to you. Yeah, between the speed and the surprise of it and the pressure you're getting on you to decide, it's a lot. I don't know. It's heavy energy, but not bad, especially with the lovers. You know what I mean? It's like it's not a win-win. But it's like if you listen to yourself, you can't lose. You can't pick the wrong thing. Especially if you apply everything that you've learned over the past ascension process. For a lot of people that I've connected with, it's been a calendar year getting to this point where things start transpiring in the 3D that better reflect the new infrastructure. A lot of the collective I've been reading for has been tearing down the old structure and rebuilding a new one for quite a while now. And reach out to me at different phases of that to see how things are playing out, how they will continue, like that kind of energy. And for here, this is a precipice with the 10 of Wands here. That's an ending, right? And then the lovers, that's a big decision to make when you reach that precipice, the end of a karmic cycle, whether you want to stay on the karmic cycle you're on, whether you truly want to get off of it and go on a new one, right? Wow. 5 of Cups. For some of my Scorpios, you're being presented with an option. And for some of you, the reason why this is such a heavy contemplation is because you might have rejected it in the past and had heavy regrets surrounding that. And now, whether it's a new opportunity completely that has that same material abundance potential, or that same connection if it's a love or relationship, or whether it's that same person, an opportunity comes back where Scorpio doesn't want to. There's almost this sense of, I've been here before and I didn't make the right decision. I had regrets based on the decision. Maybe it was, I didn't use my intuition, or it was a superficial reason why I made this decision and it wasn't in my best, whatever. And it's like the decision that you're making coming into July, it's like, it's quite victorious because you complete a karmic cycle. Why? You do not ignore the help and the information that the universe is trying to give you. This person they're like, he's putting his hands up to them. They're trying to help him, and he's saying no. This is the same way that the traditional Rider-Waite depicts the four, or no. Yeah, this is the Four of Cups. I don't know why I said five. For some of you, it is regret. It is what I said. That's why I had to see that, because I had to say what I said. But for others, it's like these people that are trying to help you were love. In the traditional Rider-Waite, it's God offering a cup to you, and you're looking at the spilt ones, the Five of Cups, the regret, the past regret, what you lost, what you didn't have, what you thought you had and it wasn't. You just can't get over that shit. It's like the universe is trying to say, hey, look, we'll bring you somewhere else, and you rejected it before. I'm feeling like for a lot of my Scorpios, there's going to be something that presents itself, and you were like, whoa, I've come a long way, because back in the day, it's almost like it comes full circle. Something is coming full circle for Scorpio surrounding, it could be abundance, love, relationships, but it has a lot of heavy weight. It's that it's like that last 20 minutes of an action movie where everything comes to fucking climax. It's that moment, and right before it happens, there's a moment where Scorpio realizes that this is something you've rejected, whether it was love, love because you didn't feel, it made you uncomfortable because it was different and it wasn't what you expected or what you were accustomed to, or it didn't depict the idea of love that was in the old infrastructure, so you rejected it and you put your hand to it, and now the universe brings you purity again and love or abundance that reflects the new infrastructure that you've been manifesting for yourself. And you look at the world and you look at the universe and say, I ain't gonna knock it down this time, right? And then boom, that alone completed a cycle. So Scorpio, just know that the decision process that you are dealing with is a part of your development spiritually, your karmic cycles that you close out in order to embark in new ones. It's like it's the universe is trying to now show you, after everything you learned, that you are always capable about making decisions that are in your best interest. You know how now. You know how to say yes and no to what is best for you. Okay, and anybody associated with you, quite frankly, right? And then, so that's your 9 card. And then underneath the 3 of Wands, like I said, if it's anything from the past, this could be something from the past. And Scorpio feels burdened because it was something they may have rejected before. And now it's like they don't want to reject it again. They want to receive this. Or if it's somebody from the past or something from the past, it's like, again, I'm getting this idea of full circle. And the angel of the past is really sounding the horn for the future. That's what I'm getting. The angel of the past knows what you've done, knows the lessons you gained karmically, knows your past better than you do, and knows what kind of understanding and how realistic it is. And when you do tap in and you do align with your past, present, and manifesting of your future, the angel of the past sounds this horn to tell you, good job, go ahead. Meaning there's no unfinished business here anymore. There's no lessons you need to learn again. through your experience from the past. This angel is sounding the horn saying, good job, Scorpio, move forward. You've completed this run. Okay, really, really beautiful energy. Now let's go into clarification, okay? Thank you, Father God, Holy Spirit, ancestors, for this beautiful reading for my beautiful Scorpios. Can you please clarify this reading? I got the King and Queen of Swords. I just saw it drop. So that is a pair, because the King of Swords is in the middle of your spread, Scorpio. Some of you are dealing with an air sign, an Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. But the King of Swords could also just be reflective of the decisions you have to make in Gemini season with the Lovers as well. That's Gemini. Got Sagittarius on the board as well. But a lot of Wands and Pentacles, meaning this is happening in the 3D. And I think for a lot of Scorpios, that's what you were waiting for, was for things in the 3D to manifest. For some of you, you were waiting for somebody from the past to deliver something to you, offer something to you of tangible, you know. And when I say somebody from the past, this could be just somebody you have a past with. You know what I mean? So you've been with them the whole time, and you have a past together, but they're not offering. You're still waiting for something, not necessarily waiting for them to come back. They're with you, and you're waiting for them to do or offer something, and you're feeling really burdened about whether you're going to continue to wait for them to do it or not, right? And then you're standing your ground. Some of my Scorpios are standing their ground with the current person in their life that they do have the past with, that they're waiting to do or come in or make right by. They're standing their ground to say, listen, this is what I expect, this is what I want, and I'm not gonna. And then it's like both you and this person have to decide. They have to decide whether or not they are going to step up and offer you what that you know is in both of your best interests. And that person's contemplating that and how that works and going through the whole, am I able, am I not, am I worthy, am I not, all that shit, that spiritual internal battle. And then you, Scorpio, are then put in the same contemplation, okay, about whether or not you are going to stay and wait for that transformation to happen or move forward. We've got the King of Swords again. This is a heavy decision, contemplation, but it's like it's lawful, meaning it's like you want to, Scorpio wants to make the decisions that are just based on based on the law, the divine law that you've tapped into through your channeling, through your downloads, through your meditation. You know what divine law looks like. Okay, and it's like we all do. It's embedded in us, in our DNA. We've lived it out endless of times. We've had conversations with God surrounding it. We know what's up, and it's like, yeah, Scorpios are gonna have heavy decisions. Sorry, I didn't lose my train of thought. I just started downloading something else. And it's because I'm tapping into like the other side of whoever, you know. All right, let's clarify. Some of you, yeah, this is very, that's, some of you, know that when you make the decision, that you don't only have to drop the other pentacle, you actually have to move away from it, which is strange. I wouldn't know why. That may or may not resonate with you. I did see the Six of Swords pop up. Father God, Holy Spirit, ancestors, and guardian angels, can you please clarify this spread for my beautiful, too many cards? Can you please clarify this spread for my beautiful Scorpios? Six of Pentacles. Like I said, for some of my Scorpios, if you are juggling, for example, if it's two employers, your employer, one of your employers, like I said, is feeling a little bit irritated about the juggling, or is realizing it. They're feeling like maybe you're taking too much time from work. Little do they know it's because you're interviewing somewhere, or you're not being as present or giving as much as you used to be, and now somebody is wondering, and you're feeling burdened maybe because you know that they feel this way. This could be a relationship as well. It's just an energy I'm picking up on, that somebody is aware that Scorpio isn't giving what they're accustomed to giving. Why? Because there's a possibility that very privately you're doing this juggling. Like I said, the other person, whoever else is being juggled, might not know that this came into you recently. You know, this offer came into you recently. All right. Okay. Can I get clarification on this King of Swords and this Two of Pentacles and this Knave of Pentacles? Yeah, somebody's feeling burdened. You, Scorpio, could be feeling burdened about how much you have to wait for somebody. Like waiting for somebody. There's this this feeling of, while this person is juggling Scorpio, you're also juggling the idea of no longer being juggled. There's that. Some Scorpios are deciding to go ahead with a new opportunity, invest elsewhere, invest roots elsewhere. But then again, I see other Scorpios that are deciding to stay where they're at because they believe there's more abundance, or that they already have what it was that they've been looking for. So, I mean, that plays out differently. Again, heavy contemplation, Nine of Cups. For some of you, this is something's coming back that you regretted because you look back and felt like it was a wish fulfillment. It could be a person. It could have even been a job, because this has happened to me in career. Right? I was offered a job, like I got into recruitment, and but 10 years prior to that, I interviewed at a recruitment agency, and the person offered me a recruitment job. I was probably like, I don't know, 18, offering me like $60K a year. I'm like, no. She's telling me, yeah, you're gonna have to work like 10, 12 hours a day. I'm like, no, I don't do that. I run the streets and get high. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not run the streets like that, but like, I was like a city chick. I was out very young, right? But either way, it was something after when I did start working and, putting in those 10, 12-hour days, saying, shit, I wish that was something I would have taken, right? So it doesn't have to be relationships, but it could be. It was the universe trying to help you out, and then you said no to it, and then it was a wish unfulfilled. You realized that would have been a wish fulfillment of some kind. It's coming back, whether in the same form or a different form. Now, if it's in a different form, Scorpio, you need to recognize that this is something the universe has given you before that you rejected. Because if it is the same thing, that'll be very obvious, right? Oh, that's the person I rejected that I really loved coming back to me, or I'm in communication with, or open lined, or whatever. Right? Or it, but it's like, if it is somebody who, was just as loyal, respectable, or the opportunity was just as lucrative, can come back in a different way. But the point is there's this full cycle moment coming for Scorpio, right? Where you're realizing that, wish fulfillment is something you need to tap into and understand, so that you don't let it pass you by. Okay, whether it's a job opportunity, whether it's a person, it's like acknowledging what it is the universe gives to you, okay, when it gives it to you, so that you don't have to lose it and then remanifest it, because you now understand. And there's going to be things we have to do that with. That's part of the learning process. But we could avoid a lot of that pain if we just sat in and were present. Because when the universe gives you things, the universe also explains to you why. God will tell you why he feels you're fit for it, why he wants you to drop it, why he wants you to pick it up and run with it. He will explain, but half the time we don't listen because we're not present. We're either too stuck in the past, or we're too obsessed with the future to really know what the fuck is going on in our, in the second. Forget the next hour, right now. Right? That's how missed opportunities happen. Well, missed opportunities happen in a lot of ways. But anyways, it looks like Scorpio is going to be given an opportunity back from the universe to acquire something that you rejected before. Like I said, whether in the same form or another. For some of my Scorpios, if it was, a soulmate connection that you rejected, that you really look back on, the universe could be bringing you a new one in a new form. And you better not be stuck on the past thinking about that old person when the universe is like, hey, dummy, I'm bringing it to you again in a different form. Are we going to play this game again? So I'm getting the advice for Scorpio to be very present in June. Present about what's happening, present about how you feel, present about the thoughts you're downloading, you know, being present, you know, because you don't want to miss the boat again. That's what I'm getting, like miss the boat and then you end up in the water, you know, because you didn't heed the help that the universe was trying to give you through people or places or things. Because don't think the divine doesn't deal with currency. Oh, it absolutely does. You step into mission, you're going to get paid. Okay? Just for enough, for the comfort. For enough for you to do what you need to do comfortably. The universe is sick. Because why? Balance is law. People are like, oh, we always talk about balance. What the fuck else am I going to talk about? Okay? What the fuck else are you on here for if you're so fucking balanced and don't need to hear that shit? You're just obsessive, bored. Like, you know, come on, guys. You know, tarot readers are here to support. They're high priests and high priestesses. That's what they're supposed to do. You know, help the spiritual journey of ascension, not like, anyways, I'm going on a rant. The Strength card. Strong enough to make the decision, take the opportunity, take the help that the universe is giving you. Strong enough to do it. Strong enough to put your ego aside, because what I really believe, I love, shout out Kevin Richardson. Okay, the Lion Whisperer. Absolutely obsessed with him. He's so cute too. After I watched, like, I binge watched his documentaries, I was like so physically attracted to him because he really depicts true strength. And he actually taught me a lot of valuable lessons about true strength. And it's his interactions with the lion that show that, because he's this little man. You think he could go to the lions with his ego trying to do some shit, the lion would go boom, rip his whole face off with one swipe. No. These lions do the total opposite. They respect him. They love him. This is pretty much how he interacts with his lions. Kevin Richardson, go check him out, guys. He'll teach you a lot about true masculine, feminine, masculine dominance. It's divine, meaning it's a mixture of feminine and masculine. His dominance is depicted through the balance of masculine and feminine energy, which is why he can interact with the wild, okay? And I'm seeing that Scorpio is balancing themselves in this way so that they can interact with the beast of life, meaning these big things, these connections are like this line. You know, you've got to balance yourself in order to tame it. Big opportunities. If you let fear succumb you, this will overpower you. You know, so it's strength, but people see the strength card and get very neutral about it. Guys, you need to if you understand the true essence of strength, Kevin Richardson, how he interacts with those animals will show you the true depiction of strength without ego. Tribes, Predators, and Me, the one that they go to Botswana, that one will show you true depiction of strength. They literally live with predatory animals and they share kills. So, you know, a lion will kill a fresh antelope, and tribal men will go towards the lion with pure dominance, no ego. The lion will leave the kill. They will go and cut a piece. They will not take it all. They will cut enough for what they need, and they will leave it, and the lion will come back and eat that, and they have not touched or interacted with each other. Understanding that true strength is depicted on how you can blend and acclimate with the ecosystem, meaning the 3D, the world. Unfortunately, we've destroyed our ecosystem. Okay, you know, people laugh at people who are earthing. People who are earthing are fucking plugged in. Okay, they understand that they are so far and removed from the natural ecosystem of the world that's why it's like, you don't understand. Kevin Richardson isn't special. We should all be able to tame lions and be in the wild and understand. Okay? Guys, I can go on a really long rant. I feel like I should. Like, there's all these feelings and downloads I'm getting, but I really want to keep these under an hour. But it's like, strength. Understand what true strength is. Understand how you've depicted true strength throughout your life. Not the strength that society tells you needed to depict. Look through your life and see where you've come through, where you've tamed the beast from within or without, external to you. It's egoless, it's humbled, but it's fierce. Sorry, guys. I don't even know why I went on that rant. Anyway. Can we clarify, Father God, Holy Spirit, ancestors, this lovers, and this Wheel of Fortune, and this King of Swords? Yeah, it is something that Scorpio is being presented with, something that they were hurt about losing. It's a missed opportunity, if you want to call it. But I don't want to call it that, because it was a lesson you had to learn. The universe knew you weren't going to take the opportunity, but that's why it's bringing it back to you, because you actually completed the lesson plan. So the universe is super tickled pink about bringing this back to you. Like your guardian angel's like, she's going to do it this time. She's going to do it this time. He's going to do it this time. He's going to do it this time. The universe will not bring you back missed opportunities if you did not ascend, grow, and learn the lesson the first time. There's no need to give it to you again. It gave it to you the first time, knew you were going to drop it in hopes you would learn how to not drop it. Learn a skill, you know. And it looks for a lot of my Scorpios, they absolutely did. You know, so kudos to you, okay, guys? Amazing, amazing work. And be excited when it comes back. Don't freak out or clam up or, you know, act strange. You know what I mean? Stand in your truth. Stand strong. Know your power. Know your intellect. And know that you have made a decision to live by divine law, that you are intuitively drawn to live, okay? Which is humbling yourself to know that your ego stopped you, your ego and your narcissistic tendencies, because we all have them, especially if we have deep-rooted insecurities, stopped you from engaging in this. Love, happiness, abundance. People are saying, I don't let go of that stuff. I would never. Who would not? Please, man. The self-hate running through half of the people even watching this shit is out of fucking control. So yes, you will absolutely reject opportunities and love and abundance if you do not love yourself enough to engage in them or think you can. It's like, yeah, not loving yourself enough. Some of my Scorpios were really depressed. And like I said, this whole full circle thing, it's like you really realize how humbled, you understand. Like, I don't know how to say it. It's like things are coming full circle for Scorpio. Full circle. Some of you are coming out of singlehood, period, point blank. Some of you are coming out of singlehood. For those of you that are being juggled by somebody else, so for that group of Scorpios that knows this juggling thing isn't actually them, it's somebody else, it then becomes you, and you totally decide to remove yourself out of this juggling. Because if you take her out in reverse, she's to me out, that just leaves those two people to go about their business. Some of my Scorpios realize they're better off alone. What else do we have here? This Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, the decision gets made. Okay, this decision absolutely gets made. Oh, this is going to feel so good for you guys. You use your intuition. You totally step into your power. Your higher self is ecstatic. Sorry, that's too many cards. I didn't even see them. Too many cards again. Oh, yeah, like this is like total completion of a cycle, hard work pays off, all that. Okay. Let's go into Romance Angel. I'm not even shuffling these anymore. It's done. Yeah, coming out of this sadness and this depression that was caused when you slapped down the help, the love. Because when you came to that realization, when you told them no and they left there and you realized you were really stuck and like, fuck. Like now you're calling out and you've got to wait for somebody to come back again with the sticks. You were fucking depressed. And you came out of that before this came in. You stopped screaming, you stopped flailing like a fish out of water. You know, and you just humbly said, can somebody help me, please? And they came back. The same guardian angels that you said no to are bringing you back the gift in either the same way or a different way. Okay? All right. Yeah, it's all going to come full circle for you guys. Getting to know each other. I heard getting to know each other again. For some of you, it's getting to know somebody again. Like I said, this opportunity comes back. It could very well have been a person who you rejected in some form or fashion, and only to regret it later. And they come back in some form or fashion. You might even get word that they're back in town or they're in a close proximity, which will allow you to run into them in some form or fashion. Either way, I heard getting to know each other again. For some of you, it's just getting to know each other, you know. Like I said, for some of you, it's juggling coming out of singlehood, and you absolutely do come out of singlehood. And it's now you're getting to know somebody. For some of you, it's an offer to get to know them. This here is, but it's a pentacle, so it's like, yeah, let's get to know each other. Meanwhile, this person's plotting to fucking, you know, build a legacy with you. But yeah, let's, you know, let's go out for a date, you know. But it's like, it's more than a date. This could also be a gift too. Okay. Trust. This situation is calling you to have trust in any of the scenarios that we talked about. Scorpio is going to be required to trust, but more importantly, you need to trust yourself that you're able to make the decision in your best interest this time, even if you didn't before. I don't care what you did before, man. It doesn't even matter. Whatever you did before, you learned a whole heap of lessons to get yourself to a point now to be able to stand the weight of a decision this large. Okay? Trust in yourself to decide. That's what this trust card means. The situation is calling for you to have trust. Yeah, trust in yourself and your abilities to make decisions properly. Okay? All right, Scorpio. And then lastly, giving your relationship a chance. Again, it's getting to know each other, giving your relationship a chance. Some of you might feel really burdened about the decision to re-embark with somebody. If it is coming from the past, which with the Judgment card, that is the angel of the past. But if not, then it's just a new opportunity. For some of you, if it is work related, you do take the new offer that comes because you're now having to get to know new people and give a new opportunity a chance. But then again, for some of you, it's needing to give the opportunity you have a better chance and get to know where you're at better before you go ahead, abandon that opportunity and take something new. Okay. And then at the bottom, you've got deception. Again, I'm getting like you deceived yourself in the past by thinking that you could have got out of this without the universe's divine help and support, thinking that the universe doesn't have what's in your best interest. It's like that childish energy. But again, this is the only card in this deck that has these same Venetian masks in it. So I just feel like getting to know each other is going to take off those masks. If you're feeling, you know, just not knowing somebody leaves a lot of room for deception just because you're not getting to know or you're not being vulnerable enough to let somebody know who you really are. So it's like, in order to avoid this deception, and if you want to know how to take off these masks, be open to somebody getting to know you and understand the social skills required and the interpersonal skills required to get to know somebody else on a deep level, if a deep connection is what you are looking for. Okay? If it is with regards to employment and you're juggling two really good opportunities or two lucrative ones, ask the right questions through the interview process with the recruiters. Ask the right questions so that you can feel confident, because the King of Swords will get everyone to go and bring him information before he makes even a single decision. Go get me this information. I need this information. I need to read this first. Did that come in? Because if that comes in, then I'll need, like, it's like, no. It's like, get to know somebody before you make the decisions of whether or not you love them, want to proceed with them, don't want to do this, take this job, not. Be informed. Be informed, okay? And then, do I have time? I'll pull really fast. Okay, Scorpio, I love you guys. If I'm going to do mid-monthlies, I'll be doing them for fire and air first, because I didn't do them for May. I had mid-monthlies for May. You guys can go check those out. They're all really date and timeless. Like, it's energy. You know, I put titles on them for YouTube purposes, but the way I watch tarot, I mean, I don't even really look at my sign. I mean, I do, but I'll look at like the titles and like the minutes and the seconds. And then if it syncs up to the synchronicities I've been getting, I'll watch it. You know. Ancestor of skill. You gained a lot of skills. okay, within your decision-making process because of the poor decisions that you made in the past, okay? Let's read this quick. Ancestor of Skill. Okay. Ancestor of Skill. I am the Ancestor of Skill. I teach you how to find a sense of balance and wisdom and how to channel this into whatever tasks you undertake. I can enable you to uncover the skills, talents within you that will imbue you with positive energy. I stand for the artistry of life itself and can teach you how best to access the single most important skill of all, knowing the art of living. The artful and versatile soul can always find a way, no matter how wide or deep this CHASM ahead. The Ancestor of Skill. Many cave images depict ancestral figures that are part human and part animal, symbolizing the fundamental connection between them. Skills can be learned through observation, but this need not be limited to observing humans. Here, the Ancestor of Skill appears as a hybrid of a deer and a person, expressing how important it is to blur the edges of common perception and seek skills from unusual, even unlikely sources. Crucial, we must look within ourselves to harness the abilities we already possess but have not yet discovered. These are often the most enriching. Skillful progress, recognizing your abilities, understanding the process of daily living skillfully, dancing where others run, and finding joy in the skills you already possess. All right, guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much for your support. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And until the next time I see you, continue to let your inner angels live, okay? Bye, guys.